Here we have a bone-in ribeye. The grade is prime, and I purchased this from our local butcher called the Corner Butcher. And the reason why you want to buy a prime rib from a butcher is a couple reasons. First, they are able to break down the meat. There are pin bones in the meat that they can remove, so when you slice your meat, you don't go through the bone. They can also trim it up nicely for you so that the fat cap sits on top, and when it cooks, the fat juices go throughout the meat. They can also help remove the bone, so when it's done you can cut the trestle and remove the bones. So we're going to go ahead and prep this up, and I'll show you that next. There are several ways to prepare a prime rib. The method I like using is quite simple, but in order for it to work, your prime rib cannot be cold. The way to do that is let it sit at room temperature for a minimum of 6 hours. That's right, 6 hours. More is better. The other way I like doing it is using cedar planks. I'm going to go ahead and soak our cedar planks for 2 to 4 hours while the prime rib is resting, and we'll see you back then. Okay, we're going to go ahead and make a herb crusted or herb butter, and I'm taking a couple tablespoons of Italian seasoning. This is softened butter. Go ahead and mix this up. Go ahead and get the prime rib ready, and we'll apply this to the prime rib. So my prime rib has been sitting at room temperature for about 7.5 hours. We're going to go ahead and apply the herb and butter mixture that I just made. Apply it liberally all over the prime rib. Next, you're going to take some kosher salt and liberally sprinkle it all over the meat. I know this looks like a lot, but it's really not. So you just want to coat the entire ribeye. I want to take it right here and just apply it all over. Make sure you get all sides of it. As I mentioned earlier, this is an extremely easy process, and we're going to cedar plank this prime rib. I've soaked my cedar planks for 3 hours. What you're going to want to do is you preheat your oven to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Place the plank smooth side down first for about 5 minutes so it preheats the cedar plank, and then at that point for about, like I said, 5 to 10 minutes, flip the planks back over and want to set the prime rib on it. So I've got 2 cedar planks that should be wide enough for my prime rib, and beneath that I have a drip tray so it can catch all the juices that are going to fall down from the cooking process. What you're going to do is leave the prime rib in the oven for 5 minutes for every pound. This is a 6.5 pound prime rib, so it's 35 minutes at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. Then what you're going to do is at that point shut the oven off, leave it in the oven for 2 hours. The cedar planks have been going for about 10 minutes. They might start popping. We're going to go ahead and turn these planks over. The popping sound is okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. Okay, let's get the prime rib. There we go. Look at that beauty right there. Okay, now for the hardest part of this cook is you want to shut off the stove. Do not touch, do not open it for 2 hours. After that time, we can remove the prime rib, and we'll see you then. Okay, I've pulled the prime rib from the oven. It had been cooking for 35 minutes at 500 degrees Fahrenheit. We let it turn the oven off for 2 hours, and now we pull it out. So there's no need to let it rest, as it's been resting for 2 hours, so it's going to be a perfect prime rib. I'm going to go ahead and slice this up. Let's go ahead and do that now, right here. So I'm going to cut the trussel that was on here, and we'll cut it here as well. We'll pull that off. We'll go ahead and slice a piece of this off. Look how juicy that is. So that is like a medium well. Okay, here we've plated up the prime rib. I left the bone on for the appearances. I made some french fries to go with it instead of a mashed potato, but we're all here for the prime rib. This thing is juicy. You could make a au jus sauce to go with this. Go ahead and cut into this. That is so tender, look at that. Alright, let's make a smaller piece. Give this a try. That is amazing. You guys definitely have to try this out. I want to thank Larry from Nature's Choice for the cedar planks, and my new friends at the Corner Butcher for fabricating this amazing prime rib for me. And again, guys, thanks for watching my YouTube channel, and until next time, we'll see you then.